Hey everyone, this is Wesley Quach. I'm a senior at Cal State San Marcos, currently majoring in management and entrepreneurship. I'm here with Justin French, CEO of Social Networking San Diego. How's it going, Justin?
It's going good, Wesley. Thanks for having me on the call.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions about, entrepreneurship, your startup, leadership, things of that nature. But before we get started, could you tell me a little bit about yourself before you started your venture, what you majored in college and stuff like that?
Sure. Yeah, I actually started a business right out of high school, back when I was 18, and basically I just, computers came naturally to me, so I decided why not try to make some money at it. So I started a business right out of high school fixing computers, and I ended up working in that industry for 8 years. And then while I was going to school, I went to MiraCosta College, and then I went to Cal State San Marcos, and I graduated there actually last year. And I also started a new company about a year and a half, 2 years ago, Social Networking San Diego, which is currently still active. And basically, because of my technical background and my passion for helping people, I stumbled upon social media a couple years ago and just decided to jump in that wholeheartedly, and I haven't looked back. And as we know, social media is the new hot trend right now, and my passion is just basically helping small and mid-sized businesses understand these new technologies and this new way to communicate with people online and help them use these tools to generate new relationships and new business. So that's kind of my background and where I come into the mix. So
very cool. So growing up, did you have any relatives or role models who were entrepreneurial that kind of shaped you into who you are today? Or
yeah, that's a great question. Actually, my grandfather, he was a World War II veteran, and he actually started a steel company in Riverside, and he actually gave the option to my dad and my uncles of taking that over, and they chose not to. So he actually ended up selling that business, and my grandmother actually gets royalties every month, I believe, from that business. So and then my aunt, she's in biotech. She went to Harvard and Yale, and she's earned her PhD from UCI, and she's actually in biotech. So and she started her own biotech company, and then she's now working for a large company based in Europe. But yeah, I'd have to say that my parents were kind of anti-entrepreneurship, and I wasn't I wouldn't say I was the best kid growing up. I tend to think outside the box. I tend to not like authority. I don't like people telling me what to do. So I was kind of rebellious a little bit, in my early teens, as is everyone in late teens. But I just decided. I took an entrepreneurship class in high school, actually, at Oceanside High, and that's what really got me interested. And the fact that I had some family that were involved in business and they saw some success. So I felt like, what, I'm going to try this out, and I started studying the best. You study the best, most successful entrepreneurs, and learn from them and incorporate certain ideas and strategies that they use in their business and try to implement the same in your own. So
okay. So when did you spot the opportunity to start your company, and how did it surface?
Well, like I said, I had a passion towards technology and computers, and I grew up with computers, so I figured why not start a business fixing computers? And so I got my certification in Microsoft and Cisco, and just kind of just decided to start, and figure things out as I went along, and did my research, and started with the plan, and then you realize very quickly that plans adjust on a daily basis when you're running a company and running a startup. And but just the fact that I started and everyone was in shock, like, what are you doing? You need to go to school and get a degree and then go work for somebody. But that necessarily wasn't in my mindset. I set my mind to starting a business. That's what I did. I was able to do that for 8 years in that company. And yeah, does that kind of answer the question? What was the question again? Sorry.
Basically asking you how you basically found the opportunity to start this company, and like, what was there a void in the marketplace in terms of a consulting firm that did this kind of thing? Yeah,
you're right. That good question. So basically, I realized that a lot of small businesses, I've always had a passion towards and a love for small business, and the reason being is because I know how hard it is for small businesses to survive, especially in these tough economic times that we're currently in. They've taken quite a hit. So, but what I realized in the marketplace, that there was not, it was very competitive. It was very competitive. IT consultants were a dime a dozen, but I decided that I was going to set myself apart by building the company on trust, integrity, providing good quality service at an affordable price, and really built the company around trust, because over the years a lot of companies, small businesses, had gotten taken advantage of by IT companies, and I just did not want that reputation. And so I did everything I could, and I feel like I pretty much succeeded in keeping a clean name for myself and my company while we serviced small businesses and basically kept them up and running with their computers and their networks and their systems. So and then another major contributor to our success was networking. I'm big into networking groups, BNI, chamber events, you name it, I've been there, done that. So but yeah, it was definitely competitive. I knew I was starting the game kind of late. Looking back now, I realized that I definitely got into the IT consulting business, about 5 years too late, because all the money was really made, before the .com bust. So, but that's okay. I look at it now that I was able to put myself through school by running companies. So you can't get any better experience than that. So.